I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
You get your kicked saying something like that, man.
I ain't got a good brain. You make me happy.
Oh, my apologies.
Trying to find, taking a stand for the uncaged mind. Off the hip, we fire, fire. Talking truth till wires, tires. Games and wars, we won't conspire. Off the hip, we light the pyre. Just to fall, culture clash and break the walls. Podcast angles free us all. Controllers clutch, knuckles white. ABS and friends in the late night fight. Virtual realms where freedom's tight. Battling wolves, feel it all on light. Off the hip, we fire, fire. Talking truth till wires, tires. Games and wars, we won't conspire. The pyre.
I think we need to take away Nerd Slap's intro making privileges.
Yep, me too.
God, that was beautiful.
What do you mean? He just confirmed that I'm hotter than David Cornsweat.
Yeah, and he straightened out his eyeballs. Right?
I'm surprised AI can even pick these little guys up.
Oh, well, thank you for that, Nerd Slap. But let's kick it off with intros. Norman, how are you doing?
Yeah, it's been quite interesting to see the internet freak out over a wide camera lens, but that's besides the point. I'm about.
What the? Sorry. I just saw your new background. Is that what they're freaking out about? Or are you talking about something else?
Does look like it's in reverse or something.
Could be in reverse. But also, I spent the entire weekend playing God of War Ragnarok offline, and I've got to say, I got to admit, it's really, really boring. Really, really unbelievably boring. The combat is awfully clunky. There's about 5 minutes of combat versus 20 minutes of exploration. I've quit the game out multiple times because NPCs would not stop telling me what to do whilst I'm solving the puzzle or whilst I'm done with the puzzle. They'll just tell me anyway. I'm calling Mimir, the head guy, Sony Interactive Entertainment, because every time he opens his mouth, that's all I think. Don't go there, brother. You can't do that yet, brother. They're behind you, brother. It's so boring. And then the worst of it all is Atreus, by far. I don't want to kill any bad guys, father. Why can't we just all be friends and friends with the Dark Elves and whatever? Also, my name's Loki. You've never heard the name Loki before, have you? You've not been to the cinema in the past decade, have you? Yes. So, yeah, that's my weekend. How did you guys do?
Norman's always in such a great mood.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd Slap. I feel like you don't like any of us, and you just use the intro as like a venting mechanism.
No, that's not it at all. I do it because it's what the chat wants, and that's who controls me. That's all I can say about that.
Damn it, you're right. Chat is always right.
Chat's always right.
Yeah,
I got to do what they want.
Butt stuff.
Well, okay, there's limits.
Except when Erwin's in chat. Or
works when he's on the
Jamaleva.
show.
Jamaleva will also ask for that. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't look
no,
up what PH is.
I'm doing good. Just been working on stuff. Got a new video going up on the gaming channel later. So
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Malty, what have you been up to?
I've been trying something new out where I'm trying to just change my recording schedule where I do 2 videos at a time and then edit them at my leisure. So while I'm at work, something can drop. I don't know if that's a viable option though for the future. Just trying to play around with the scheduling of the GCA videos. But I mean, I did it for the last 2 or 3 days straight, but I don't know if that's going to be something that we can really hold on to. But that's what I've been doing.
Seems like a
Also,
decent
Brett
idea.
Cooper is back, motherfucker. Yeah,
Yeah, I
after
just saw
5
that.
minutes, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not gonna log out.
Hayden Wayne, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I think I finally found the topic that I'm going to make my next video about. So I think I might have some time in the next couple of days to get that kind of recorded and ironed out. And then I've also been playing a stupid amount of Dynasty Warriors in my free time. I'm over 61 hours at this point, and that was after taking 3 days off from playing. And I'm really enjoying the game, despite its setbacks that caused me problems. But we might get into
We'll get to
later.
that in a sec. But
Yeah.
Save the homoeroticism for later.
Speaking of that, Bo, how are you doing?
I'm feeling pretty sexy. But as much as I know Erwin loves intros, so I'm going to make sure that mine is nice and long and drawn out. So I would like to thank everybody for being on this panel. Norman, you're just a wonderful person. Nerd Slap, you'll grow a beard someday. Malty,
You doing your Scooby Pup impression?
Yeah, that's
Compliment
what I'm
Tom?
thinking.
I might be. Don't interrupt me. All right. Hayden, you are a debased individual, but we love you. And Nagranal has the best PC setup of all time. Other than that, it's a pleasure to be on here. I did the Monday Hangover earlier, and I actually complimented Erwin. I must have been feeling kind of sick, but I did it anyway. So thanks for having me on ABF. It's wonderful to be streaming with Erwin, and my intro is almost over. Thank you very much, Alex Alton Finger.
To me, was just my name. Dude, absolutely classic. That's just like the first time we met each other.
Daggerdall, how's your upgrade been going?
Oh, good. I don't know if you want to show everybody. I'm sharing my screen now.
Wait, is he
Enlarge
actually?
that.
Is this a meme? Wait. Oh,
That's
you got a
new
second
camera,
monitor?
microphone, and speaker.
I got a nice new camera and a new microphone.
Ooh.
How do I sound?
Ow!
fantastic.
Yeah, that's the word.
Right.
Yeah. Ow.
Other than that, I ain't really been up to
How much did
shit.
that set you back?
Oh God.
I think I had one of those in like '98. I probably yelled a couple gamer words into that.
No, the only thing it cost him was rabies after he dived into the dumpster for it. But other than that, it's fine.
I think those
Yeah, I
mics
just
saw
have a
more
drawer
gamer
full of
words than
old
other
things.
words.
Like when I see that, I think TeamSpeak and Ventrilo when I see a microphone like that.
But hey, I tell you what, cool Doom poster. That's I like that.
I'm a big fan of the 480p
Yeah, I
microphone
got
there.
the
Like,
Slayer collection. I don't know if you can see. What did ABF tried to dunk on me?
Yeah,
I said, can you do this with a PlayStation?
your console generating heat isn't the flex that you think it is.
Well, this is like
But that's
Show-
actually a good kind of
Show my response to that.
this is like is this an Xbox meme but for like the PlayStation version? Nice.
I would just like to clarify that picture was taken in Scotland because I remember the article.
That's hilarious.
I literally ran Prime 95 and Furmark benchmarks when I was in an apartment with my new
Still said she had
3070
it when
because
she
it got
was
so
a
cold.
kid.
So I literally ran it
Thank
to
you,
warm up my
Isaac.
apartment.
Yeah, Daggerdall,
You'll
can you
give
put
me a
your mic?
three.
We're having trouble hearing you. Put your microphone closer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we
Is
go.
that
That's
better?
better.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Kind of in the
thank
way
you.
when I'm doing stuff.
Cashier number 4,
You can
please.
close that.
You know what? I think you need to boost it by adding the batteries to the base of that.
Just duct tape it to your headphones, man. It's like he's not even
leave
thinking.
the studio.
He left. Oh well, we'll see him at some point, I guess.
Well, that's perfect timing. Erwin, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, absolutely fantastic to be here. Watch another episode of Daredevil. We'll continue to anger everyone while I bring up Wilson Fisk. Oh, oops, no, I said his name. We're not supposed to say his name. Kingpin is simping for like an 8 out of 10, like 45-year-old art critic, and it was weird. And then
Am I doing it right, Jay?
being all awkward.
If she's 8 out of 10, what are you bitching about?
And so that's
close
just
do
not
you
the
want
best
it?
way to
Are you-
introduce him. Currently, my favorite character is his assistant. You fudged up a little bit if that happened. I said it.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm hoping for it
if
to
the
improve.
Kingpin is not simping for Vanessa, then you've written the story wrong. Simple as that. He has to be a simp. He is the simpiest.
Yeah. Also, Foggy is the worst actor ever, and I like him, but he's the worst actor ever, and I really have to be careful when I say Foggy because I just know one of these days I'm going to slip up. A pleasure to be here. Like and subscribe.
The price is
Yeah,
right,
probably like
That's- I'm
30
saying.
years ago.
Yeah, when you're using TeamSpeak 2 or whatever.
I don't have the camera in here anymore. I actually did. throw
Show
that
the
out,
show
so-
the base of the microphone. I wasn't joking when I said add batteries to it. It takes batteries.
Double A's, triple
Now-
A's.
I
It's a
wasn't joking.
3.5 millimeter connection.
It is double A's.
Just duct tape it to your headset right now.
No, just duct tape it to my chest right here and
Yes. Super chat goal. We hit $100. He has to duct tape it to his chest.
This is the male version of
map.
the male version of that chick from Kung Pao that has like the middle.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god.
The
Lilu.
one boob. No, the girl with the one boob he's fighting.
All right, we need to get to super chats really quick here. Cajun Corey. Hey, is that a new pick?
Fresh
It is.
I did one production assistant. Thank you, dude.
Don't show
Appreciate
Jay.
that. Graph Web. Well, we weren't really doing the singing thing, but Erwin's here, so.
Take us away, Erwin. Come
Are you
on.
done yet?
I'll do falsetto the whole time if you want to do it.
Cancel
And so
Disney
did
Plus. All
Cut the
right.
feed. Cut the feed.
All right, we did it. Thank you, GraphWeb. Appreciate that.
A little.
He's spreading it everywhere.
Didn't he get pissed
Jake
last week that
Martin.
you didn't sing? You're like, what are you singing? No, it was GCA. He was like, what are you singing?
I
Because fuck you, that's why.
I know. He's making terroristic demands now.
Well, I mean, we
Jake?
wanted to see what would happen if we didn't sing, and now we know. Jake Martin for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, dude.
Jay, thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, if we fail to sing, we get transported into a desert realm where a giant sandworm tries to eat us. Right? Solo leveling. I brought it up already. Yeah, sorry. Next topic.
Corn Boy, thumbs up. Appreciate it. Corn Boy is always here. It's amazing. Chronicling Mayhem for 2 Soles, because she's from Peru.
So
the
there's something
90s
healthy.
called.
Penis.
They want their stuff back. You gonna
Fuck does it do?
you gonna put your stuff back in the time capsule there, Nagernal?
Yeah, I could.
Okay. All right.
You open
also-
this up again in 20 years and see if it's still funny.
I like that Sophie used a 90s joke.
Yeah, she wasn't even around then, probably.
She's just mad because that's what's out on the shelves right now in Peru.
Damn.
That was mean.
Cutting edge tech. $300.
Put the mic even closer. Thank you, Isaac, for $2.
Hit 100.
Are you
I duct
close
tape it
enough
to
for
his
you, Isaac?
chest.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
He
What?
put it in his mouth.
You've never seen a mic be used
Can-
properly before?
Can
He
I
did
full
that.
screen you when you do that again?
No,
Isaac.
Yeah,
no,
because
that's-
Isaac's not clipping tonight.
Oh, is he not? I was going to say 5-minute challenge to come up. God. Sophie,
it
Not
5
clipping?
minutes.
Tonight.
Do it again another time then.
I'm not busy.
Erwin,
Maybe I'll do it. Yes?
do you want to tell us about your Dynasty Warriors experience really quick before we get started?
A bunch of dudes that look like Hayden really want to have sex with me for some reason. And I'm not really into it to the point where I'm afraid to talk to people now.
Okay, wait. I'll tell you this. So I did go through to try to figure out how effective the dialogue options are. You ultimately like the next thing that they say will be respondent to what option you choose, but then it still continues in the same homoerotic vein, and so it doesn't matter what your dialogue choice is.
Most dialogue. Sometimes they give you 3 options, and all 3 of the options are the exact same answer.
Yep.
They're literally they give you dialogue options, and there are actually no dialogue options.
There's no. It's so what they give you is they give you an illusion of choice. It's always vaguely gay, and then the response you get is going to be even more gay. And I am forgiving it because I love Dynasty Warriors, but I hate talking to the other characters because you get things like, I can't wait until the days that those clear eyes are on me in the battlefield, and I actually have some sort of feat worthy of you noticing me.
Here, we actually have Erwin's initial response.
Orthodox? No. Virgins, but I'm afraid to talk to all the guys now because I think they're trying to have sex with me.
Correct.
And I'm not even that pretty. Virgins, but I'm yeah.
Now, there's one of the more notable characters early on in the game is where you start to really kind of feel this vibe. And he goes, "Tonight, I would like to spend with you. I want to spend the time to etch the details of your face and voice into my memory forever."
Bro,
And you're
ask
like,
me out for dinner earlier when I was playing.
Oh, bro, wait. Way more people
It's
are
on
going to ask
me.
you out to dinner.
I'll buy you dinner. Make sure you eat everything you want, son. I don't want to eat anything now. Stranger danger.
You're to be surprised how many times these officers that, again, so in the Dynasty Warriors world, for those of you who may not know, there have been games where, it's kind of to your advantage to like build up a bond with the fellow officers, but it was like a brotherly, we're on the battlefield together type of bond that you're building with them. And it's like a mutual respect thing. And this one, Isaac, I just quoted a line from it. I know exactly what I said, but they're you're building a brotherhood type of thing. And this one, I swear, the localizers got a hold of this one, and I'm about to do some investigations to figure out who localized this, because the English dub and sub in this game is probably the gayest thing that I've seen where somebody isn't overtly being asked and propositioned.
Well, I actually have something for that. We're gonna move on to my curse clip.
News. Right. Okay, I'll set up there. Yep.
I had just seen this for the first time. I apologize if people have already seen this, but I don't know if you recognize this dude.
Hi, Darren.
You go first.
What are you gay? You are
Obama.
That would be awesome.
He hasn't lost a beat. That's brilliant.
And I'm wearing
He wants to ask Logan
news for you.
Paul's.
Oh wait.
I didn't realize that was Malik.
Yeah, you saw it
until he
earlier.
Started speaking.
Oh, I was gonna say, gay man wearing your t-shirt, Jay. Get on, chud.
A girl got arrested
No,
and
Jess.
had her mugshot taken with that t-shirt on too.
Really?
I saw.
That's awesome.
I got to talk with her. She's wonderful. She's a wonderful ex-felon.
Bomb.
That was funny. Yeah.
So, Jess, it's not the guy. That's Barack Obama's half brother, Malik Obama.
What? Really? I didn't know that.
Are you serious? I thought he
Wait,
was
is
a
it
little
really?
more Kenyan.
I'm
I
pretty
don't think
sure
so.
that because he's the same guy that said there's a dick. Like I think it's the same guy.
Alright,
I could
I
be
vote that
wrong.
Isaac.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm
No,
no,
look it
that
up.
is not
Fact check
him.
me.
Racism.
Okay.
That is not him.
Okay.
I bet
I
he's
thought it
doing
was the same
racism.
guy.
Dude,
I thought it was
his-
from the same interview.
His brother is 100% Kenyan. If you're Kenyan, you have to look like you're going to start a marathon at any given point during your
But
day.
you're not that off, Hayden, because an actual Twitter quote from Malik Obama was, "My brother is 100% gay."
Yeah.
I believe that.
Based.
As we all know, he's totally dating Jennifer Aniston, guys. He's straight,
yeah,
super straight.
Yeah.
All right.
Why would you not wait until she's 60 years old to, brush out those curtains?
Oh, jeez.
Why would you put it?
He's
that
right.
way?
He's right.
Because she's been run through, man. It's not worth it anymore.
So this clip is totally real and not doctored at all.
And lastly, sir, we have an executive order requiring Rockstar Games to release GTA 6 in 2025 and drop a second trailer next week.
It's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years. For decades. And everything will be revealed. Okay?
Okay.
Definitely Trump's voice.
Okay.
Okay.
Totally real.
Yeah, I love that all the executive order signing has been memed. I like that 2016 Trump energy, meme energy is back.
And with AI,
him holding up
it's
all
better
stuff.
than ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mo?
What's up, Mo?
Hi. It's a.
It's
What
the
up,
better
not gay
Mo.
Mo?
He needs one. He needs one extra letter to pull it off.
The good
You are the lesser Mo.
Hello,
Thanks
Mo.
thanks for watching, Mo.
You're just a more retarded Mo because you don't have enough letters to spell your name correctly.
Broke it.
You might be right, and I will not dignify that with a response, even though I just
got a
did.
point.
I love you.
Yeah, right back at you.
Mathian for 20 Nokia bucks. The kobold says hi. That's good.
Yeah.
Hail.
Pretty sure it's North Korean.
I like Nokia bucks better. I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
Knockers?
Weasel, totally not a furry, for $2. A steak pun is a rare medium well done.
Yeah, you got them all. Well done.
Hell yeah.
Isn't he a furry?
I think we settled that last Wednesday.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we have clarified. Weasel is a weasel, not a furry.
According to him, no, but he kind of reacts to it as if he's hiding something.
Yeah, well, I mean, his wife doesn't wear it first.
Yeah.
Dog protest too much.
Yeah. I mean, he thinks that you tried to throw us off the scent, and he just threw us.
But Weasel doesn't present
married
himself
to a
as an
dude.
anthropomorphic fox.
Everybody
He's just a
knows
weasel,
he's gay.
That's it.
He sprayed his scent somewhere else.
Oh my god. All right, if no one's following on Steam reviews on Twitter, you should probably start. This one came across my timeline today, and I was laughing a lot. So this is Hell Let Loose. I don't know if you played it. Pretty challenging game. This person left a review saying, join a German match because it has the lowest ping. Probably someone in Europe. Join a squad. Everyone is speaking German. They ask me a question. I reply with, yeah. They buy it. I probably did something wrong at some point as they start yelling at me. My limited German recognizes some words. I managed to make out some Gott verdammt and Scheiß in between the yelling. They kick me from the squad, join another one. This time they seem more chill. The squad medic comes close to me and whispers, I don't know German either. We stay close together for the rest of the match. I'll never forget that guy.
That's
I
a
just
real
thought
one
that
right
was
there.
hilarious.
That's awesome.
The friends we met along the way.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Steam review, by the way. That was a story from World War One.
Oh man. All right, let's get to our first story, actual news. So, Grumps reposted this today, but the president of Activision posted out to was this? This is not Discord. What do companies use?
Slack.
Slack. Yes, this is probably Slack. And he basically says they're going to continue their DEI program.
Wait, does Slack have all of those emotes and stuff? though?
They do, yeah.
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
been a
haven't used
while
Slack
since I've
in
used
in
Slack.
quite a while, yeah. And they mostly use Slack because I think there's something in the Discord terms of service that make it to where if a company is using it, they like technically own what you talk about.
Oh yeah, Weasel's got a point. They're owned by Microsoft, so they're most likely just using Teams.
That might be true.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Yep. So the latest Call of Duty, wasn't Activision. It's Treyarch, and then the one that comes after is Sledgehammer, and then the one that comes after that is going to be a Activision Call of Duty game again. So it's just it's kind of interesting. Grounds basically points out here that we actually have like DoD programs with them, and that Pete Hegseth, who just got confirmed, should take a look at that. Yeah. So what do you guys think about? Because I think it's interesting that they're getting rid of DEI in the government, and this is one way that it could push towards corporations.
Is that
getting rid of
Gush down there?
I'll say this real quick, and then I'll let everybody else get on it. But remember, the reason that I got excited whenever Trump actually put out this executive order was because he didn't just say this is about DEI in government. He said this is about DEI and all of the words that they may try to change it into in government and in our society.
Did you see what he was calling it? Inclusive growth was capitalized. Inclusive growth team.
That's a Bridge style tactic. That's probably something separate from the company that is Bridge, but they're all starting to pick up on, okay, we can change the way we're talking about this. And Trump distinctly said whenever he made that announcement that any way to try to hide it in our government and our culture and our society should be stopped immediately.
Yep.
That's why I call this a massive win, because that's what I was excited about. Trump knew about the tactics. That's the reason I've been so preachy about it, right? It's because there's more behind it than just the DEI stuff. They want to subvert the language, and they want to make everybody be tricked, and they try to find their way around regulations and stuff like that. And this is something that, Hegseth should absolutely look into, because we do have contracts with them, and Trump did say within our culture. So,
Yep. And if you have one government contract, you are beholden to the U.S. government and what you do in your company. Because I was this close with my last client, this close, because they were going to do it in 2020, but they never got the chance because, anyways, fortification. But they were this close. Because basically, if you have even if you take a little bit of money, you are beholden to that, and you have to follow those rules. Otherwise, you will catch it. And I hope they catch it, because they're not as sneaky as they think they are. Like the internet always wins, and autism will overcome any kind of malfeasance. So
as long as people know to look out for that kind of thing.
Oh, we are. You saw that one.
We are now for sure.
Yep.
It's getting called out. Yeah, we'll be talking about that tomorrow, Hayden. Yeah, people have been eagle-eyeing it. It makes me happy.
The internet
Anybody who's
remembers.
been working underneath the corporate structure for the last probably 7 to 8 years has known that this language, this kind of police language, has been pushed in a place of work, especially, even in the right to work states, the ones that tend to vote a little bit more red. They're still doing that whenever you have a corporate company that is hiring you. You have to go through multiple HR sessions multiple times a year, not just the orientation, and they always try to police your language. You can't speak to these people this way. You have to call them this certain thing. It's been a long time coming. So of course, Trump, especially owning like the real estate business, or not the real estate business, but he's got going on. He's got a lot of hotels and stuff. I'm sure they're trying to push that on him too. So he is well aware of the trend that's going on in America, and has been for almost a decade now.
Yeah. And here's another case of it too. Activision Blizzard. This is a Blizzard employee, and someone from Gearbox praising it. As you can see, they highlight the thumbs up and smiley faces and whatnot. Kill your local MAGA. This is
So I'm pretty sure you can't make that statement on social media. So
I don't think that you're supposed to be.
They're being very peaceful. What are you talking about?
Fiery, but mostly peaceful. Yes.
MAGA is not a specific individual. It's an idea, right? Therefore, you can't kill ideas, V for Vendetta. That's probably the kind of backwards ass logic this person is using. Or they just
probably right.
Well, he has such a strong chin, and he's a well-built individual. He totally doesn't look like an overgrown 10-year-old. I'm so scared. Somebody please help me. He's a totally scary dude. I'm totally afraid for
I bet he's not even 6 feet tall, Mom.
No, most people aren't, but that's okay.
I bet he's not 6 inches.
Rough Knight looks like he's 6 feet tall, at least, Mo. Would you say Rough Knight looks like he's at least 6 feet tall, Mo? Or
he looks like he's quite big. And I've met Cornboy too, who's in the chat. There are many people that are gigantic.
You are a professional height supremacist. So.
Yes, I am.
Rough Knight, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Rough Knight.
Made himself a production assistant. And Cajun Corey adding another one.
Cajun Corey.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate
Is
it.
that an AI picture? I know I've seen you in real life. I'm just trying to give you one out. Is that an AI picture? They just like they Swiffered your head.
Cue ball corner pocket.
And Mathian for another 20 Nokia bucks. Roaches hiding from the light. Yep.
That's exactly what
agree.
it is. Agreed. Because they can't have like there's been some stuff going on in like the VTuber space right now because there was I'll be quick, all right? Hang
so
on.
lovely.
Protect the VTubers.
So
Bridge
this VTuber came out and just said she was not political at all. She was just like, oh, it'll be funny to watch what Trump does. He's entertaining. And she's facing a full-blown cancel mob right now. And she's just kind of laughing about it. And like, that's the thing, right? Like the cult cannot allow any dissimilar thought to enter their circles. And now that they've left Blue Sky and gone back to Twitter, be ready for the cancel mobs to show up anywhere and everywhere and support the people who stand up against them.
So a lot of VTubers are actually quite based and edgy, but I can't help but notice one of the reasons this is happening is because a lot of them are a bunch of degenerates, Hayden. Would you say that a lot of these VTubers are actually
some of them
degenerates?
have degenerate tendencies,
disordered lifestyles? Yes.
Yeah, we could say that.
It's Twitch. Mostly, I think it's Twitch. All the Twitch streamers, it leans left.
It's Twitch and Twitter. Like the leftists that were on Twitter before are still the people who massively populate X. The thing is, I know a lot of other people ended up coming over after Elon took over, and we were able to actually speak our minds.
Solo leveling. VTubers. All right, we got Bridge, solo leveling, VTubers. What else have we gotten on the bingo card already? Mo saying something gay, probably.
Hayden already happened.
Hayden definitely said something gay.
Well, we got Dynasty Warriors in there, so.
Real quick shout out. I noticed this on Steam today. Has anyone played Space Engineers?
Nope.
No one at all. All right.
I feel like I played it once upon a time, but like in very early stages.
It's essentially Minecraft in space, and it's really fun. And they were in early access for the longest time, finished the game, and I think that they missed being in early access because they started Space Engineers 2, which is in early access. So, yeah, it just dropped today. I thought it was kind of funny that it came out.
Are you guys okay with the extended early access for years and years? Honestly, I don't mind it all that much.
I do like it because if it didn't exist, then my favorite game that I've played, Ark Survival, would have been a thing.
I was going to bring that up. Have they even done a legit release yet?
So, yes, they have. But the funniest joke with that game is that they tried to release DLC while it was still in early access. And everybody was like, whoa, 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 hang on a second. So they started, I think Steve started putting new restrictions on things when it started to get out of hand. So, I think they want you to have like a laid out roadmap, and I think they want you to like stick to it within a certain amount of reason. So
that's somewhat recent. I think they started doing that, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with it at this point because it's like I love a lot of indie games and stuff like that, and I understand that people can't fully fund them just on their own, and some people don't want to jump into a Kickstarter. But if you give me early access to a game and I can buy the access and be able to play the game, if I like the way that your game's going, I'm happy to have early access to it. I play tons of early access games.
Yeah, but now you're playing early access for like the third year in a row. No,
Yeah. I'm okay with it going on for a while as long as they're not asking me to pay more because I've already gone into it. And as long as I see regular updates, if regular updates aren't coming out, call the game abandoned, shut it down.
Yep. And if you were asking me that question, Erwin, I'd be like, yes, I'm playing PUBG still. And Rust was in early access forever, but they only charged $10 for it. Usually, it wasn't expensive.
Yeah, it was
when
like
they
10
went
or $20.
Yeah, when they would release, then when it released, it was 40. But they always they didn't have a specific roadmap, but they stuck to the roadmap, and they did a really good job. It's all about that. I mean, I threw $30 at PUBG, but I also sold a sport coat for $30, so it was a wash. I was part of that initial push, but there needs to be some.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, Leon.
Yes.
Thank you, Leon.
But yeah, so
no, PUBG was a funny one because I actually, those like the loot crates you could open, or what were they called?
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah,
10 times since then. Yeah.
So you're allowed to resell those items on the Steam store, and I actually made more money on that game than I spent. Because I opened one up and there was like a super rare item in there. I think it was like a trench coat or something like that, and I sold it for like $60.
Oh yeah, the Wadu Heck one, right? The Wadu. Heck.
Yeah. I was like, I don't care how I look. People are gonna shoot me in the face just the same.
I had a white sport jacket, which is the most boring thing ever. I sold it for $30. Yeah, it was just like it was a great time. The big one was $600 is what I was going for. Was the purple skirt for whatever reason was like the most expensive. Yes, it was wow.
Oh yeah, because you could finally make your character look like a girl. Like they put a skirt into the game, and it was like, oh look, now you can try to look like a girl.
Well, yeah, that was the funny thing. Is like you look at the kill cam and some dude wearing a skirt killed you.
You
and
were
it's funny,
still a bald man, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Appreciate that.
Looking forward to Akira on Saturday on his channel.
Ooh, Akira is so good.
And Leon, thank you for the raid, adding another 5 production assistants. Thank you.
Leon, did you clear your name? That's what I want to know. Or have you finally given up?
So I don't know what the total is, but we had hit $100 by now. So I'm just saying, Nagranol, you need to attach your microphone to your body in some way, please. And thank you. Preferably your chest. Now, I already said it was $100. We said it earlier. You're gonna make us liars to chat?
I know JP Will works really well.
I'm gonna wrap it around my neck.
They will punish you in worse ways.
Just hold it here for the rest of the.
Do you have any like blue painter's tape or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna put tape around my body right now.
Yeah,
it works.
Rip the shirt. Yeah.
Can I
the print right off the shirt, please?
Or does it need to be?
Or no? How about this? Just cut a little hole on that logo there and poke it through. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's self-anchored.
Yeah, it can be a fairly small hole.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh no.
There you go. Oh, we're poking up. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I can buy another one of these. I'm not really.
Well, you didn't buy it in the first place. You got it from a dumpster. Someone
No, I
said.
meant the shirt.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a dumpster.
That's what he was talking about. What's your problem?
Yeah.
It was a drawer. It was right. Gun Plarazi. So this dude has his own channel. Check it out. He puts together Gundam models. It's pretty cool.
That is a great PFP, by the way. I really like that a lot.
That is pretty cool.
He don't miss. Thank you, dude.
You don't miss.
Yeah, thank you, Gun
Accurate.
Plarazi.
All right. The main story for today. Ubisoft closes a Star Wars Outlaws studio, lays off 185 employees as company's financials troubles deepen ahead of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay, wait. Real quick question. They fire 185 people, and it's a studio.
Yes, because they're a support studio. They don't actually make anything.
Ubisoft has a gigantic freaking footprint globally. So
Right. And most of them do nothing.
Yeah. Today, Ubisoft revealed the closure of Ubisoft Leamington, a UK-based studio that has been part of the Ubisoft family since its acquisition from Activision in 2017, formerly Freestyle Games. So they worked on games like Star Wars Outlaws, Skull and Bones. What a privilege. That was a quadruple A studio.
That was bad.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which I don't think was terrible, right?
And then that one had a lot of. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Tom Clancy's The Division 2, which that was pretty decent actually. Far Cry 5.
It needs to be said that all these games were actually made by different companies. So Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar were made by Massive, which is in America. Skull and Bones was made by Ubisoft. Was it the Philippines or somewhere in that region? And then Tom Clancy and Far Cry 5 were also made in America. So it has nothing to do with this studio specifically. They just worked on I don't know what they worked on, but it wouldn't have been much.
They were probably treated as some sort of contractor, if you will.
Yeah. And it said contributed, so it's not like they're burying the lead there. They said contributed to notable titles, yeah.
And what I think is happening here, Norman, is that they want this story to be out in the spotlight. With 185 employees, that's not even that many people. Let's be honest.
No, they have 20,000.
I think we're going to see another layoff from them fairly soon, and it's going to lose steam because this story has already been out there.
Yes. Probably.
Yeah.
I think before anything big, we're definitely going to have to get some AC Shadows. And then a little while after that, they're going to have to wait, or else, because they really need it to make as much money as it can. And firing a bunch of people a couple weeks after would be a really bad PR move.
Well, okay, so keep in mind that the problem is that we went from studios being 30 to 60 people to studios being hundreds of people and then contracting hundreds of other people. And you don't need to do that. Get
especially
60
Ubisoft.
people that are passionate about games and making games and telling good stories. Hire them and make your fucking game with those people. Don't hire out to all of these other places that are hiring out to more and more places where they don't care what it is that they're doing. They are just trying to put out product, put out slop so that you consume it. The industry is fucked, and this is the way we fix it. They need to
but
lose their
Hayden,
jobs.
crunch time is mean. Crunch time is mean. You can't tell people to work really hard at the end of a project because that's what's normal in most projects. Especially people that make documentaries on the panel.
I guarantee
chill out there, Vivek.
I guarantee you. Sorry, go ahead, Malty.
No, you first.
I was going to say, I guarantee you any game that you absolutely love had a lot of employees probably crying with how hard they had to work on it.
For sure.
So
because they had to work 6 hours a day instead of 4.
No, I'm talking when we actually had a work ethic in this country. People were working like 90 hours a week on games.
The thing about Ubisoft, though, is that the work ethic isn't in your country. It's all around the world. They don't need to hire support staff like Hayden was saying, because if I pull this up, this is the Assassin's Creed Shadow Steam page. If you look at the developers, you've got Ubisoft Quebec, Belgrade, Bordeaux, Bucharest, Crnova, Chengdu, Montpellier, Montreal, Osaka, Philippines, Shanghai, Singapore, and a couple others. They're all working on this game because
the last one is interesting.
I did not know that was a thing.
Ubisoft Ukraine, yes.
Okay, so to everybody's point, the less people you have, the less but more dedicated people you have, the more that the vision will be succinct and come out the right way. When you hire a whole bunch of different people, now you're worried about their work atmosphere. Now you're worried about their thoughts and feelings and little things. And that's where I think a lot of the bugs and everything comes in with modern games, with bigger studios. Now I know I have a dog in this fight because I know this person, but let's look at the studio picture. Whenever we watch the new Doom, almost call it a movie, the new Doom game, and everyone who works in there is in that, and it's all basically homogenous.
White. Yeah.
Yep. And to your point, a good analogy would be too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's what we've been running into for years. Is it's like, look all the way back at the start of the original Gamergate, where Anita Sarkeesian came in and was trying to get involved in gaming, not gaming journalism, but gaming itself and game development. And she said that trying to become a game developer, she had to learn a lot about gaming and gaming culture because she was never into games before. Then she came out and lied and said that she had been playing video games since she was like 2 or something like that. That's where this all started. And they started moving their ideologues into gaming and actually creating games. And they fucked up so bad, yet we lost Gamergate 1 and they were able to take over the space.
Yeah, they call that Chef Mike. And one more point I want to make really quick. They're also saying part of this article is that they are targeted. This is part of targeted restructuring at the Dusseldorf and Stockholm.
Dusseldorf.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody know any funny German words?
Well, I know Scheisse. You said Scheiss. It's Scheisse.
I could do one better. Arschloch Stuckfan don Scheisse. There you go.
What'd you say about my mother?
Oh,
I wish
a lot of things you don't want to know.
I wish my name had an umlaut. Can't have any fun, weird little symbol things.
You could put one over the N if you want.
I'd rather do a Spanish squiggle on that. I'll throw an umlaut over the E or something.
Or when you.
Do you know
When I was
know how to
in
say,
Germany, they taught me Juden and Sieg, and then another word, and that was really all I learned.
Osfar?
Do you know how to say constipated in German?
No.
Far from pooping?
Oh.
Golly, the dad jokes make their way into real
I'd like to
life.
personally hand in my resignation to all.
Yes.
Quicker happy. This will be my last show. Goodbye, everyone.
Do you know how to say?
When you do puns on your own stream, you don't even have to pay for them.
I know.
Do you know how to say KY jelly in German?
Oh God. No, go ahead.
Dar
Schlippen.
Dar Wiederschlicken. Later, Norman.
Oh. Now, when we cancel you the next time, who's going to take over?
All right.
Those are actually funny to know.
I forgot my tangerine. I'm back.
We have more Ubisoft. What is the correct way? Is it Ubi or
Oh,
Ubisoft?
thank God.
I think it's
French,
Ubi.
you say Ubisoft.
I say
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
If you're the rest of the world, you
Say
say Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, I've
Well,
always said
you
Ubisoft.
there.
Ubisoft.
I'm pretty sure that's what victims of certain kinds of assaults try to tell their attackers is Ubisoft.
That's always smart. Is that all you got?
How do you cancel out the power dynamic? You take control.
Yes.
So-
You do that Jedi mind trick on their dick.
PC Gamer, who is extremely gay, especially Morgan Park, says he played 6 hours of Assassin's Creed Shadows. And folks,
Whoa.
I think this one was worth the wait.
Worth the delay. Worth the delay, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Smash compiled a whole bunch of other games that he said pretty much the exact same thing to. I played 7 hours of Concord, and I immediately went back in. After 5 hours exploring the galaxy and ghosting past stormtroopers, Star Wars Outlaws is finally winning me over, you guys. 8 hours in Suicide Squad doesn't seem like the disaster stuff we're waiting for.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There's a dark joke in there somewhere, but I probably shouldn't say it.
Do it.
I feel like I'm getting a copium contact buzz off that last headline.
That's literally the person that they made journalism mode for on games that they have put out.
I like how he cut it. And folks, he's literally sounds like a literal snake oil salesman. He's like, folks, this will cure what ails you. I promise.
No,
You gotta believe
But Mo,
me.
imagine how extravagant his gift bags were.
Good point.
Allegedly. I don't know that he got gift bags, but you know, just saying.
Well, it kind of does make sense, right? He's at least asking for him because the way that those things are titled is that they already knew there was so much backlash, and so he just throws out a random number of how many hours he's played. And I gotta tell you guys, it's winning me back over. And I gotta tell you, it's not the disaster everyone's saying it is.
I hated this shit for 5 hours, but after that long, I was in. Like, what?
That's how I read it, but
Hey, I'm 30 hours into God of War Ragnarok, and I hate the living shit out of it, so that doesn't mean anything.
Well, Norman, didn't you play Suicide Squad?
I did. I played through the whole fucking thing.
How
and
many hours would you say?
Masochist.
Probably over 100.
Oh my
Did you start
God.
to like the grind? When did I
Holy.
start? Okay, so I've said this on stream before, but with Suicide Squad, the story, the characters, the writing, the dialogue, the mission structure, everything in the game sucks except the gameplay. The gameplay is good. It's actually like it's just a lure shooter and it's pretty fun. Like if you get your character working well, Harley Quinn swinging from the grapple, or just do your dead shot with the jetpack in the air, it's brilliant. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just everything else in the game sucks.
I can see that. I mean,
I couldn't even make it past 2 streams of that. Like
I know.
I tried playing it, I was like, nah.
well, Hollywood can't write story very well, so it makes sense that would be the weakest part of the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Sweet Baby literally wrote the dialogue, so everything you hear in passing whilst you're making it from point A to point B, which is a lot of the game, is just you going from point A to point B, is all Sweet Baby dialogue. So, yeah.
well, do y'all really believe that after its failure, they come out and said, "Oh no, these were all variants"? Do you believe that that was the original intent? In the
Yes,
first
1,000 million, 100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Norman, he has a lot of deep knowledge on it, and I take his word.
Because I played the fucking thing and none of you did. So
exactly. Like
Why
when
would
everybody
they?
was reporting, what were they reporting that was totally wrong? Like a week ago, Norman. What was that? I can't remember.
No, I think it was just the clone thing. Everyone was saying that it was a backtrack or a backpedal. No, they had this plan from the start. That's just how the chips landed. That's how the chips were always going to land. Nothing new, really. Like, because there was I know it's the Flash, but there was a scene where he gets his finger chopped off, and then the next time you see the Flash, which is in the matter of minutes, he's got his finger back. Yes, there's speed healing, but usually it takes the Flash a few hours to regrow something. So, yeah.
So you think do you think the marketing was a lie of omission, and they were just ready for the backlash?
They were just trying to keep the story to themselves. That's it, really. They want you to come in, Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League, and then when you kill the Justice League, it's going to mope you around, and then you have to spend about 12 seasons killing different variants of Brainiac or just reskin Justice League fights, and then you find out they're all alive, and then they literally put them into these like stasis pods, so there's an excuse for you not to be playing as the Justice League, even though they're superheroes and they should be fine, but whatever.
Okay. Pass.
You sold me.
Yes.
Oh no, pass. I meant pass.
Oh, I was trying so hard.
I don't care.
It's still free. It's still free on PlayStation for a few more days.
Yep.
It would appear that we have something from Hayden here.
Ooh.
What do we have here?
Isaac doing the Lord's work, I imagine.
Tonight, I would like to spend with you. I want to spend the time to etch the details of your face and voice into my memory forever.
Oh, Naganol, you look
Why does
so
everybody
worried.
keep saying gay things to me?
Absolute cinema.
Oh,
Isaac wins.
thank you for that, Isaac.
I deleted one of his messages just to get him to.
Hey, you ever think about doing voice acting for any weird degenerate hentai stuff?
Oh, boy.
I used to be an actual stage actor.
Oh, wow.
We in the business say actor.
Yeah, there you go.
How does your girl know when you're finished? Is like you just like and scene whenever you come?
For the most part, yeah. That's
Okay.
insane.
She's well read.
Subscribe to Alec Baldwin's finger for all your theater-related puns.
Lemon face, lion face, lemon face, lion face.
Oh my gosh. That was the other clip that Moxie got of us the other day. Was all going rawr at the same time. Just to keep dunking on Ubisoft for a minute. Assassin's Creed News, which is just like it's like a Twitter account that just posts different news about it. they seemingly went on a meltdown telling everybody to go cry. And everyone was thinking it was a bot, but people were pointing out that he wasn't replying to just everybody. So he was just control V-ing on a lot of replies. So
No, that was just a leftist that like they don't have any other response to their arguments most of the time. And you can find these people on Twitter and look at their replies, and it'll look like this a lot whenever they're getting into political arguments and stuff like that. So I don't think this was a bot. I think this was copium.
Yeah. Massive amounts of copium.
Yep. And then let's see here. Nope, don't want to play audio with that. We have Yasuke, the best fighter in the world.
You think so?
He can execute an Asian man.
What the?
Oh god.
Not in Japan though.
Oh, such patience.
The
Japanese are known
in
for their
Assassin's
patience.
Creed is sacrilege almost.
I know, I hate that.
The go-to reply with this, which they're not wrong, is the game's not out yet. They still have a couple months.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they
wait, next month?
it is next month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait.
And next month is like
It's February.
March, right?
But then they
Oh,
moved
it's
it back another
yeah.
month,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, they did move it back to March because it was supposed to be for Black History Month, right?
Yeah, well, they were going to release it in February, and there's actually some good releases coming out in February, and that's the reason I believe that they moved it back from February to March. I don't
Like
think-
KCD2, right, guys? You're all going to be playing it, right? Right?
I am.
Hayden loves all that
I'm
gay
gonna play
stuff.
KCD2.
Oh, they had you right there, didn't you guys? Right there
No.
to the end line, and then you all went, ah! Anyway.
Something like that, like having your NPCs stand there and just take hits, should have been fixed far before the original November release date.
Do we know that that's not like in developer mode? Is that actual like beta testing gameplay?
Well, here, I'll show you actually.
They were doing playtests at Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure, and this was
Yeah.
just people sharing.
Yeah,
their
whatever.
experience.
When they failed petting the dog, I assume it's whatever that build would be, right?
Yeah, and that is like not the biggest bug in the world, but it did seem like there was an issue in the game with like height differences between the NPC and your own character. And the stairs is where that dog was sitting, and you just couldn't interact because it just couldn't see it.
Yeah,
But,
it seemed like an on the stairs issue, but
Yeah.
still, that should have been something that your QA team should have found far before you were doing a live stream and accidentally revealed that bug. That's why it's a big deal. The bug itself is not that big of a deal. It's the fact that if you're going to do a live stream and like demo your game to people, that's something that you probably should have found at some point and had a response to, rather than being like, oh, we're not on that good of terms yet, trying to like brush past it.
Yeah, and we saw all those studios they had. I mean, that's not enough to be able to do proper quality control. Come on, guys.
So I'm gonna play this on mute, but right here, Joe Raptor says Yasuke can't reach this area. You have to play as
Naue.
What's her name?
Naue.
Yeah, Naue.
Naue is your explorer and navigator, and Yasuke is your combat character, because the 6'5" black man is really good at executing Japanese men.
He can't jump very high. Now,
Or another way to put it is, Naue's the assassin, and Yasuke isn't. So if you're buying Assassin's Creed gameplays, Naue.
is this the entire map, do you think, Norman, or do you think that this is just part of it?
I'll be a town, I imagine.
Yeah.
You can see roads leading out and around. So yeah.
Because if you really study it, like it doesn't seem like I could get to those rice fields really quickly. You know what I mean? It doesn't actually feel like the world's very big.
No. So in classic like Assassin's Creed games, like you have these different points that you have to climb to the top of them and discover that area, and then everything you can see is revealed on your map. And there's somewhere between like 10 and 15 of those on every map. So you slowly uncover the areas and being able to see it. So I'm sure the world is much bigger than what we saw right there. There's no way that's the actual map.
No, that'll just be a town.
Yeah, that would just be like a little watchtower, like on a side mission while you're getting to the next place, like from the old Assassin's Creed games, like 2 and even 3.
So Naue looks like she's a wet paper towel, and Yasuke can basically just take hits all day long, and he can just crush enemies.
Well, he's got more extravagant armor than Nobunaga does. Like he's clearly held to a higher standard than his
So right here, look at
lord
this.
that he's supposed to be following.
He got stuck on the stairs. See that? I'm telling you, there's a problem with like height difference in the game.
Yeah, earlier he was on.
Well, not only that, but he's getting stabbed in the back, and the person playing the character doesn't even care because they know it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How does a giant black guy in feudal Japan lose his wanted level? Because I feel like people will be on the lookout for him.
You open the menu and immediately switch to Naue.
Oh, that looked bad. That decapitation looked terrible.
Call Lester.
That's probably an animation that you see repeatedly. I'm wondering actually how many different animations there are for like, the final kill.
Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted somebody's talk whenever I said that. My bad.
You're good. But yeah, so to lose your wanted level, Joe Raptor actually got wanted in the game. He lost everybody, and then it said something about how he had to it recommended he change characters, and you just do that right from the pause menu. And you have to wait an entire day before you use that character again. So it doesn't seem like they really promote using only one character as a playthrough. They're forcing you to switch around.
In a lot of the early stuff, we saw that Yasuke seemed to be the main character, but I think what that was honestly was like DEI advertising. They thought more people would be interested in the game because, oh, look, black character. Where during this time that they had to like reconfigure things, they didn't actually take him out of the gameplay more. It's still probably a 50-50 gameplay ratio, but they took him out of a lot of the advertising because of the backlash that they got. And that's all we're seeing is he's out of the advertising for the most part. But he's still your tank and combat character.
Yeah, the main reason for his design is they were going to give you a jack of all trades character, and then then they realized it wouldn't make sense having a samurai and a ninja be the same person. And Naue, so they split them up into two. That's basically
I think they were already split into two, to be perfectly honest.
No, they weren't.
Like I think they were.
They weren't. I'm telling you for a fact they weren't.
Yeah, I
Samurai
saw
Duel.
I saw the preliminary ones before the Summer of Love, and it was a Japanese protagonist. And
No. Okay, yeah. No, if you want to go back that far, yes. But I'm saying since we got the first bit of advertising with Yasuke, where they tried to pin him up as the main character, he was not ever the main character. He was a 50-50 character. They were going for DEI points by advertising him as a main character and only showing Naue as a side character that you played as. And then in this most recent trailer that they had released, it was like, oh, okay. So it's going to be a 50-50
Well,
thing.
no, I think it's the pre-order screen on Sony. I wish I saved that tab, but it actually shows Yasuke front and center like a month ago, and now it's Naue on the front cover, and he's not on it whatsoever.
Yeah, I think that was because of advertising, because they thought they would get more sales, because they still don't understand that the actual audience that plays games and stuff does not give a shit about that. They care more about the fact that there are watermelons and sakura leaves blooming at the same time when they don't do that in Japan.
Well, you look at Steam pages around the world, PlayStation pages around the world, Xbox pages around the world. It's actually tracking higher than KCD2 right now, so I don't think it's going to be the flop that everyone's teeing up.
No, it's not going to be a flop, but I don't think it's going to be the success that they want either.
Yeah, 100%. Because keep in mind, most people don't watch YouTube. They don't watch people like us or the people that we watch. They see game, go, oh, Japan, they play game. Like that's generally how that kind of thing works. We're changing that, but only to a small degree at this point. We're being noticed. We're not actually affecting what the normies are buying.
Yeah, until they play it and look at Dragon Age: The Veilguard. if that were to remain true, once the game actually came out, it's like, yeah, it hit a decent enough peak for like a week and a half, and then completely bombed because the game just sucked. We could have told you that beforehand, but
Speaking of which,
excellent segue, sir.
Dragon Age Vilgard gets what appears to be its last update. If anyone's ever played a EA game before, you will know that usually the game is pretty broken until they abandon it and put out their last patch. It's pretty much classic EA. So
yeah,
not really much news here other than it does seem like they're abandoning
now,
the game.
The big news here is that this game has not been out for 4 months, and it seems like they're just calling it quits. And this was their big, massive, like everybody's gonna love it title, and 4 months later, they're like,
bro, this came out right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yes, what I want to do oh my gosh, if that game was on the desk right here and my computer wasn't here, I would pull a full-on Gavin McGinnis and just piss all over it. Like, good riddance, you've ruined one of my favorite franchises. Fuck off. I'm glad you're dead.
Extra Malsy. Doolies, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Doolies.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice profile pic. I didn't realize they updated it. I like it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good.
It captures the guy's indifference.
Well,
The guy. The guy. Who was
I'm
his name?
tired.
Mo?
His
name is DualShock number 1.
You know, I'm the same way. I was like, okay, it's Katie, and then I don't know the guy's name. I want to say it's Jay.
It's Andy.
Andy.
You all owe them
That's Andy and
apologies.
Katie. Yeah.
You owe them gifties and apologies.
I will give them gifties. It's fine.
Okay.
Also, I think that they owed Nagernal some money because that's his logo with the PlayStation controller sticking out of the screen. So
Brain confusion.
That trademark.
It's my controller, but their TV, so it's kind of a trade-off.
I got you.
You see what they said? Body type A DualShock.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
great.
man, the segues are flying all over the place. So, Lords of the Fallen actually pushed out a patch 3 days ago, and they actually did that. They got rid of body type A and B and replaced it with male and female.
After a Twitter poll.
Yep. It was all
They
based
listened
on
to the people who play the fucking game.
this right here.
Which is about 500 of them on Steam right now. Isn't that incredible?
Hey, I still think that it's a good thing that one person does it, or at least one development studio does, because he admittedly said that he did it because everybody else was.
Yeah.
So
it's getting
I don't think it's smart to have everybody else doing it.
It's getting a bit boring with these guys. Like, hey guys, we're the anti-woke studio, but guess what? Our game's doing shit right now.
I don't know if they come off as being anti-woke.
They
don't.
There's been a few things like this in the past.
I mean, they're
From
just
what
asking the
I've
community to vote on it, and I think that's okay.
There's
I
nothing
think
wrong with
this is a net positive because they decided to ask the question and then they stuck to what the people said.
Have they done that? Okay, so Norman, you were talking about there's a history of this kind of stuff. Have they stuck to the fan vote every single time?
Oh, it's not about the fan vote. It's about them saying, "Oh, we're against all the DEI stuff. That's not how we make our games." Stuff like that. I think, yeah. So I can't remember the specific post, but there was a thing a couple months back.
Well, that doesn't seem like a bad thing to me. If they don't do that in their games and they still put it out to the,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just
who votes for.
It just gets kind of boring when you're out there messaging on one side or the other, but meanwhile your game's doing shite, so maybe focus on that instead.
Norman's not the only one that wonder about that, because once I saw that like no one was playing it and then it's got like mixed reviews on Steam, I was like, oh, are they just doing this to try to revive the dead game?
Well, here's the thing. I think it doesn't matter if they're trying to revive the dead game, because what they're doing is they're getting the pulse of what is it that gamers want. And now they're making changes, which is a potential for change in the future. So I bet their next game doesn't have body type A and B. I bet their next game has male and female, no matter what the cultural, like, regular thing to do is. And that's
are
what
they
I think is important.
Are they leveraging that though to have a bit more success for less than genuine-ish reasons? You say you think it's genuine.
Even if they are,
I'm up
I
in
think
the
it's
air.
still a net positive, even if they are.
Oh,
That's what
agreed.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
agreed. But yeah, no,
It's-
Norman's not the only crazy one. I see where he's coming from.
No,
I see
where
see
he's
both
coming from.
sides. I see both sides of this discussion, especially Norman's thing. Is like, yeah, but that game's doing shit.
Yep.
So like, who cares? I'm not gonna say like their game's doing shit, so who cares if they pay attention? I think agreeing with ABF on this that it is a net positive. At least people are asking and people are staying true to it now. And then going on to Erwin. Yeah, are they going to change that in the future? Are they going to use this feedback and make their games better into the future? That's what should be happening. However, I see these kind of posts because I've seen a lot of them over the past like 3 or 4 months, maybe even longer. I think it is content farming, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's cheap
they're getting
PR.
the pulse.
That's all it is. Yeah, yeah. And we used to call this focus groups. It's like actually trying to figure out what the audience wants. Heaven
Yeah.
forbid.
And
But like, look
at the group size. It's almost 50,000 people that voted on that, and it's overwhelmingly we want it back.
And if you're in LA and you pull 100 people, you're obviously going to get body type A, body type B as your result. But you start pulling the internet and figuring out what it is that people actually fucking want. And then you might look at that whenever you develop your next game and go, hey, remember when we did this for the last game and it didn't really work out and people said they wanted this other thing? Let's just do this other thing. And
Well,
they'll slowly get there with story and other things that may end up being, same level of issue. Sorry, Malty.
No, ABF, you look like you wanted to talk first.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm so passionate about this particular subject is because I've actually got into fights with like real life friends over it. And they were telling me that if we give them the body type A and B, it's going to make them happy and they're going to stop. And I told them that's not true. Okay.
No.
So we finally, I think this was like 8 or 9 months ago that I was arguing with them, over this. And then we had that story come out from Square Enix. Was it like 3 months ago, maybe? Where Square Enix admits to changing the actual wording of the what the characters speak in the game.
Localization issues, like we were talking about with Dynasty Warriors.
It's not just localization, it's on their side too. They're afraid to mention genders altogether because they don't know how to say body type A or B in how they say. So they actually change how they say it to make it more generalized and things like that.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
almost
the
like
case of this
languages-
actually affecting the narrative of the stories.
Yeah, because in those countries, those concepts literally just don't exist. They're alien to them.
Yeah, so by letting them have this freaking ground, you're it's so great that we're actually it seems like we're moving back to this fight again. So we're actually taking ground, taking the fight back.
Yeah, I think that's the important bit, is that even if this is a small victory, every victory in the culture war is a victory that moves us back in the grounds that they have taken from us over decades.
And just to pull up the headline, this came out literally January. Largest fallen publisher embraces fear. The DEI boogeyman says it's not to include any social or political agendas in its games. So there you go.
But you also
Earlier
have to
this
look
month.
at that source too, though. That's PC Gamer trying to make them look bad, also. So it's the truth is probably in the middle somewhere there.
I can go to Inside Gaming if you want.
Oh well, what did they say specifically?
In the headline, or
No,
for
not
which
the
one?
headline. What actually happened?
It's
So,
same. What we've been talking about. Talking about how he doesn't want DEI.
Investors chat, stats on DEI,
Politics,
equality,
social
inclusion
messaging.
Gaming. In response, Global Marketing Director Ryan Hill said the company prioritizes excellent user experience with compelling thematics and characters
win.
created specifically for core and adjacent audience, and then rolled into what I called a pretty ill-informed take on the current state of the gaming industry.
See, I think that they're using, bombastic words like DEI and stuff like that, but really they did a poll and they saw what people want the most, so they're actually pleasing more customers technically.
Yeah, they may have a bombastic take, as you put it, Norman, but at the same time, the more polls that they do, the more things they investigate, they'll figure out where the actual pulse of the gamer is at, not the pulse of this mob that has been controlling things. They're still brainwashed in thinking that that is the direction that people want to move, except for maybe body type A and B. They want male and female. Okay, we'll do that. But over time, they will figure out that people don't want any of this shit.
Yep. And if they don't figure it out, they can eat it. I don't care. I don't care if you're a person or a company. If you are not woken up to what's going on, you deserve exactly what you get. I don't care who you are. All right. I am so sick and tired of trying to like convince people of what's going on. I'm done. If you want to languish in idiocy, have at it.
I'd like to go ahead and give him a little bit of a warning though. And especially if it's not particularly genuine, because now that we have teamed up with them and we're super tribal and we love them and they're the bestest. The second he says something, even just words something the wrong way, we're going to take it the wrong way so hard, and he's going to be public enemy number one, and he's going to end up regretting doing all of this. Having all of this wonderful market research sounds great. The second he accidentally miswords something and we get angry, we're going to take it way too far, and they're going to be public enemy number one. I honestly, if I was an indie game developer, I would not want Grums supporting me.
I will say the thing is, we would need to make clear to them that the reason for that is that for the past decade, we've seen a red flag be thrown up before something happens, and we are all now sensing the red flags. Whereas before, whenever the red flags first started showing up, we were like, yeah, but the rest of the game might be okay. But now, as soon as we see a red flag go up, we immediately start to question everything. We need to make them aware.
Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. We're like, what? Because we had that, whatever the hell that thing was.
I would argue that we're creating red flags because, I mean, yes, there's been a whole bunch of things that have like pushed it in that direction. But then
all I'm trying to say is we have to praise people when they do something good.
Yeah. But I think they should also be warned that, we notice red flags, and
purity tests are about to be coming your way every time you make a tweet. So
exactly.
Good luck. I'm rooting for you. I'm calling it right now. I'll predict it. They will be enemy number one at some point.
But
is there a list of red flags though? Because
no, there doesn't have to be, Multi, because we know what the red flags are.
No, let
it's a question. It is a question. Is there a list of red flags? Because it seems like people just make them up as they go along. If you see a strong female main protagonist, is that a red flag?
Yes.
In this community, yes.
In current day, yes.
Why?
Because for the past decade, they have given us strong female characters that take over everything in the game. They are Mary Sue's. They have no weaknesses. They just continue to dominate everyone who tends to oppose them. Whereas gaming was supposed to be, you were opposed and you had to become stronger to be able to deal with that opposition. That doesn't happen anymore. That's why it's a red flag. Because for 10 years, they have made women super strong, and we immediately go, uh-oh. Strong.
I treat red flags like Batman 89 and the Joker. It's like, well, a strong Asian female lead, but when you mix it with it's like there's certain combinations. Yes.
The problem is that it's been played out. Yeah. We've seen it so many times that we're like, well, we've been burned this many times too. So
exactly. I can agree with you on that, but the fact that there's a red flag, so anyone trying to actually make a coherent story with something like that is like, you are automatically not going to trust it.
No. That's not what a red flag is, Multi.
Okay, go ahead, because I can't fucking make my case. So go ahead, Hayden.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A red flag is a symbol that something is going to go wrong. A red flag is a symbol, a flag that goes up that says, hey, watch out for this because it's going to go the wrong way. That's what a red flag is. It doesn't mean that's a no-go zone.
It means
whenever you have 20 red flags, that's when you know. Go ahead.
Nobody even asked about 20 red flags. I was talking about whenever you see any aspect of a game and that automatically throws up red flags, you're automatically, by your own admission, saying that you're on pins and needles about it. You're walking on eggshells around whether or not you'll even be receptive to the game.
No.
That is exactly what was said.
Well, everyone's been doing that.
That's a
Ask
yes.
about moratoriums.
No, I'm doing it in Dynasty Warriors. Literally, as soon as one dude hit on me, I'm walking on eggshells, afraid to talk to people. I'm watching Daredevil. I'm afraid to tell you guys what I think about it because we'd be calling it woke as hell right now if it were released today.
I come from a different perspective because the way that I see the things in Dynasty Warriors is I'm still really enjoying the game. There are things that make me go, I don't like this, but I'm still playing the game. Just like if another game comes out and it's throwing red flags at me, as long as it doesn't throw enough of them, I'm still going to check it out. I still want to see what is happening with the game. Just like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has thrown a couple. I'm still going to play the game. Like I still am curious about it. It's not something that's making me necessarily like hesitant to play it, but I am going to be on the lookout for things. And that's what the red flags are to me. They're like, hey, keep an eye on this, watch this, because this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and we're in an economy where you're not going to be just dropping money whenever you damn well please. All right, if it's like $50, $60, $70, even if it's like $30, that's if I know that this one is just like, hey, they're just trying to make a good game, even you're not even really care about the red flags, they're just staying quiet and making a good game, that's fine. But like when you start having like, okay, like I said with the Great Circle, by all accounts that was a really good game, I want to play it, it looks like it was good, but there was a lot of red flags at the beginning, but then they all cleared out. It's just like you have to be able to cut down the list to be able to figure out what you want to buy, what you want to spend your time on. And if those red flags don't pan out and you still don't end up buying the game, well, you know what, you gotta be able to figure out what you like, what you can afford at that point, and where you want your attention. Because right now we've been gotten the fake punch in the face so many times by the stupid DEI crap that we're tired of flinching. We're just like, fine, I'm just going to take my business somewhere else.
And you also have to set your own standards and what you think a red flag is. So, for instance, with KCD2, I'm not going to be going off and trying to be a game ad, so I'm going to be playing the game because I don't give a fuck. It's an RPG. If you want to do that, go do that. I'm not going to be doing that. Simple as that.
Well, yeah, Norman's an ally, guys.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's right, because if Baldur's Gate 3 dropped at a different time and I was overly sensitive of what people said online, I wouldn't have actually played it. Baldur's Gate 3 is a fantastic game. I played probably 130 hours with my friends on a single playthrough.
Me too, and I've never fucked a bear.
There you go.
Thank goodness nobody interrupted you while you said that. But...
yeah, don't tell your VTuber friends. They'll cancel you.
And honestly, it's kind of hilarious when the choice to come, that comes up to be gay with another character comes up, because then you can make fun of your buddy who's playing co-op with you that he got that, because you can listen it on the conversations and be like, haha, it's just
that's the problem with Dynasty Warriors is they give you two options. It's butt stuff or fisting.
Oh, jeez.
They give you three options and they all end up being the same thing.
Yeah, I can't wait for Norman to do a live stream of a Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Why is he flipping all the chairs over in the tavern?
There we go.
He's trying to get more people in the tavern. We can sit 4 times as many of my friends. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's the Sanctibus said the little black book.
Let's talk about something a little bit less dividing, yeah?
I'm about to put a moratorium on Mo. A moratorium.
Yeah, let's do it.
A moratorium? I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You love me too much. You can't do that.
So, sorry about the flashbang, everybody. I don't have dark mode with this.
I can't quit.
Oh, flashbang out! Where did everyone go?
After 18 years, Sony's recordable Blu-ray media production draws to a close. We'll shut down factory in February. So they are no longer going to be selling rewritable Blu-ray discs. Best Buy no longer sells DVDs. It seems like the market for physical media itself is just dying out, and they're winding down the factories making the plastic that we watch our movies on.
Save it, Elon. Elon, will you buy Blu-ray? How much is it?
And Tom's Hardware actually points out that this is kind of a sign that the newest PlayStation is definitely not going to have a physical media drive on it.
No, coming with the standard. No, you have to buy
Not
it.
with it. No, there might be something that you can add on to the side, but if there is another generation after this next one, it definitely won't have one at all, in my opinion.
There's a few occasions where I've accidentally hit the disc tray button on my PC and it's kind of jump scared me because I forget it even exists.
No, they've gotten too many people to sign up for PlayStation Plus and for Xbox One, or Xbox, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Game Pass. Like, they've gotten too many people to sign up for games as a service. We're about to lose games as a product.
And
Yes.
the
And you'll be
Zomboids, Zombie, whatever his name is, his point, Discrot's going to set in here soon too for a lot of these older media. It's just going to die. So unless you have M
My
discs,
laser discs? Are my laser disc okay, Mo?
I think they are. Yes,
Oh,
they're more analog than they are digital.
I think the laser discs are probably worse. It's probably a worse process over time with those, don't you think?
I don't know. Can you play them?
I'm going to break them over Grogu's head.
You would do that
for profit.
I was going to
Fine.
say, yes.
For profit.
So that brings us to this other article here on WCCF Tech. PlayStation will eventually abandon console exclusives and follow Xbox strategy, according to the CEO of Moon Studios. They've been putting out games and they're seeing a trend happen.
Yes, the trend is more platforms, more money. Who'd have thought?
Yes. So Phil Spencer was recently interviewed saying that they're going to open up all their games to any platform that can possibly play it. So they don't really have plans to make their own system anymore. I mean, they might want to still put one out, just like a Series S model type thing, maybe. But I think this is going to be the fate of PlayStation too.
Yeah, it'll be a base station if they do release it, like just something to hold the licenses for when you play the games.
Hey, the zip drive was the goat, man. Putting one of those into the drive and feeling it click and start running, that was peak PC goodness.
How much could they hold? Was it 128 megabytes? Is that
It
what
was
that
100 megabytes at first.
That's
And
it,
then
100.
Then it was 250 if you had the goat.
Yeah, and you were like, "What? No way!" They like increased it by 250%.
I kid you not, you could throw it out of a moving car; it would still work. I mean, the damn things were indestructible. Like, believe me, I tried when I was in college, but
Well, yeah, they're basically like solid state, the way that it would hold the data on there, kind of.
yeah,
right?
it was insane. Yeah, it was basically like it was a floppy drive to the 10th power, but like the casing was so like beast.
Yeah,
it was. Oh, I miss those, man. I love those things.
But yeah, Nagranal, what do you think about that? About the PlayStation possibly not being a thing?
I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Hope.
What stage of grief is that? Denial? Is that the first one?
That's the very first, yes.
Nagranal, we couldn't hear you because you're talking into that microphone.
I said they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Bet my life on it.
Nagranal, we never thought like crossplay was going to be happening, and now crossplay has happened, and the whole ecosystem's one big ecosystem now. And I hate to tell you, buddy, someday consoles are just going to be PCs.
I was already explaining to Nagranal. We got into like a 2-day fight in Discord over this actually. That
He calls it a
consoles,
fight. He gets mad. I don't know why.
Consoles actually are PCs with locked operating systems. That's all they are.
Sure.
So,
okay,
we're gonna see a lot more. If consoles do go away, we're gonna see a lot more companies like Lenovo and HP put out some sort of box that is catered to gaming and stuff like that.
You know what? I've heard that before.
They're
We
gonna
used to
replace
call it a
consoles with
3DO.
consoles.
The 3DO used to license out their
I had one.
architecture people.
It was basically a PlayStation 1 before PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I had Plumbers Wear Ties, the best game of all time.
It's funny, all the games that were on 3DO made it to PlayStation 1, so there wasn't really a reason to have a 3DO. after like 6 to 8 months of that thing existing. So
I'm gonna do a CD trade test. Let's see if it still works.
But I'll just say this. Microsoft has decided that they are going to go full blown like Steam level.
It's gonna be winter for another 4 weeks. Sorry, go ahead, Hayden.
Well, Microsoft is going to make games as a service. So now the console wars have boiled down to Sony and Nintendo. And what else does Nintendo actually do today? And what does Sony do? Because Microsoft has already said your smart TV is an Xbox. How long before Sony follows suit?
Hopefully never, if they know it's good for them, but
when I see
brightest,
POS,
so.
I think of point of sale system. That's yeah.
And they all suck. They're all a bunch of POSs.
Yes, they are.
But they can all run Doom. Even ovens can run Doom nowadays.
That's true.
Nintendo Switch can even run Doom.
Honestly, the Doom games are like very, very well optimized, where it can basically run on a potato. It's kind of awesome.
Did you guys play the like $100 calculators you were forced to buy for some freaking reason in school? Did you guys play?
Baby.
Yeah, did you guys play the video games on those?
Oh yeah, I used to play. What was that game?
It's basically the school forced your parents to buy you like a Game Boy, essentially.
Oh, Drug Wars. Remember that game, Drug Wars? On my TI 83 Plus, dude. Yeah,
like a lemonade stand kind of game, but Drug Wars and
yeah. You have to recruit posse and buy and sell drugs, and then like arm your posse up with like.
That's like the original level 1 gangster versus like level 99 mob boss. Drug Wars.
Right. We used to have Tetris tournaments in study hall, so that was. Yeah. Yep, I had a TI 89, so I could run some pretty cool stuff on there. I was a math major, believe it or not.
Call us boomers while he grew up with freaking Roblox.
Yeah, playing it on his TI 95.
Sorry, I was too busy playing Drug Wars when I was in high school, bro.
Pussy.
Okay, first of all, you're wrong, Isaac. You got to do it upside down. So, especially if you want to do boobies or hell or you got get on our level, young man.
All right. Well, should we end it there?
Close, huh?
All right.
I think Malty and Hayden should get into a knife fight.
It would help settle the argument.
I'd win.
Fight over the best calculator game.
We're not fighting.
No, we're not.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's just bitch slapping, you know.
I was asking questions, and I feel like you came at it like, oh no, but I know all the answers. Like, yeah, but you're not answering my question.
No. I went from a knife fight between a VTuber and Malty.
No.
And I directly from boobies on a calculator, so that's where.
Whoa, he's talking to me. Like, no, and I see where you were coming from, but like I was just of the opinion that like a red flag is something that somebody comes up with for themselves. And,
that's what I was saying. You were dead set, and I was asking you. I was asking you a question to define what you see as a red flag, and then you just went some other way.
No,
you wouldn't listen to other questions.
Malty's tearing up now. I think we should move on to the next one.
Just to settle the
that's
argument.
my deviated septum, motherfucker.
What
I did a lot of cocaine during COVID.
What Erwin said about Grums is completely right. Grums is a leftist, but he has been helping our side because he was a insider that is seeing the industry how it's failing and pointing it out.
Modern day, he's a centrist.
What I mean is he promotes you, the left attack you and hate you, and then the right love you until you step out of line a little bit and fail a purity test, and then now both sides hate you.
It's like the reverse Melanie Mac is quite interesting.
I don't really buy into that. I just try to call balls and strikes where I can, and I think that I'm going male and female is a net positive. So
I'm right there with you, but mobs be mobbing.
Sure,
mobs be mobbing crazy these days.
But I mean, I'm not gonna not talk about something because I'm afraid of what might happen with some mob. So
yeah, for sure.
I
Now,
can't
and-
imagine why you're
Freedom of
not afraid
speech.
with all of that stuff behind you.
I would say, as a matter of fact, if a mob comes after you or a mob goes after somebody that you tend to like what they're doing, you need to stand up and support them, because that's the only way that we rid the mob of having control of different spaces.
Yeah. And
Isaac better
I
at
know Norman is still upset over the or not upset, but just like you see all the fighting on Twitter with Kingdom Come, and it does suck. Why are we fighting? But I think that a lot of the fighting was started because of miscommunication from the Kingdom Come developers to begin with.
Yes.
That's internet drama. Yeah, it's all just miscommunication, all piled up into we don't even remember what we were originally fighting about.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is why I would not want. That is why I would not want Grums highlighting my game, because I would want to avoid all of that. I would rather not have any sort of eyeballs on me at that point.
Yep.
Internet is very hard to make happy.
Yeah, internet's also pretty gay.
And like, you're riding the tiger. Our side loves you right now. Good luck on all the purity tests coming up, though.
Yep. Someone time out Atomic Patriot.
For how long?
No, that was the correct answer.
No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, do it.
Nagernal, where are you going to be at these days?
Was this my outro?
This is your outro. This is your time to shine, buddy.
All right, here I go. I'm about to do an outro. I don't know. Catch me around.
Oh my god. He's just doing it on purpose.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Kick and stuff. That's fine.
I don't want to anymore.
There we go.
Too late. Lost me.
Mo, where are you going to be at?
I will be on Late and Gay with the GCA on Wednesday, and I will be doing the Monday Hangover on Mondays and this stream right after. And I will be going to sleep immediately after the stream. I'm very tired. So...
Yeah, you look terrible, Mo. You look like you could use some sleep.
Thank you. At least sleep will help me, Erwin. But anyways, go ahead. Love Erwin.
Hayden, where are you going to be at?
So we've got a show tomorrow. I'll let you guys talk about Late and Gay, and then I've recently become aware of something called Talks Mod, that is an AI program that is being used to monitor in-game voice chats, and I think I will be making a video deep diving into that. My research starts tomorrow, so we'll see what comes out of that. But yeah, other than that, here every Monday, and Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you guys know where to find me.
Actions is right. Actions is right. They're spying on all the COD lobbies, and they're TTSing them, so that way the police can go after you in Europe before dropping gamer slurs on people.
You have no idea.
No, I do. That I was just talking about. Yeah, I know about it. That's what I'm talking about.
It's bad.
Erwin.
Politics stream tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern. Nerdwars, one word, all capital letters. Did I do it right? Hayden and ABF are on it.
Yeah.
Angry Badger. All right. Accurate, Multi.
Why is Badger so angry?
It bounces.
He's not 6 feet tall.
Yeah. I don't want to be a speciesist.
He's got reasons.
So probably because his prostate never gets fingered the right way.
Nature and nature.
Is there a wrong way? I postulate.
Not all animals and cultures are the same. I'm just saying.
You see what Multi did there? He set up and then he drove it home. Very good.
I figure it's not been anywhere near that. Okay.
By the way, I got to interject. Erwin dropped the best term I've ever heard in my life. He called Angry Badger California sober.
Oh, well, he says that because that's a thing. Yeah, he's also California straight. Yes.
Well, anyway, for me, yeah, I just do a bunch of videos for the GCA. Obviously, every Wednesday evening we do Late and Gay, and then you can find me somewhere around the internet at any point. I'm always when I'm not doing my actual job, making money. I'm doing this to piss people off.
You do an
And
excellent
also
job
ask
at it.
questions.
Never work a day in your
job,
life. You do what you
Keep it up,
love.
man.
Yeah, everyone go over and sub to the GCA. Isaac is going to be watching for a watch party the Karate Kid, which he's never seen.
Oh wow!
Hell yeah. Oh, he's in for it.
So that's going to take place right after this stream.
Send the
Who will he think?
I will
is
say to the people out
protagonist?
there, if you want to watch Karate Kid, it's actually a very good watch if you watch the whole trilogy back to back. Like it doesn't take that long, you know. Just pick a Sunday and watch all three, and they go together very well.
Hell yeah. Nerd Slap. You got any videos you're going to make us look terrible in the future?
That I can't say. You know, I'm under an NDA for that. You know, it's a contract between me and chat, but you'll find out in the coming weeks. But no, I'm gonna be here on Mondays, Trigger Happy on Wednesdays, Nerd Files whenever we get around to recording it. Honestly, we're all just pretty busy. And then my gaming streams over on Kick and YouTube. So make sure to follow those channels.
Excellent. Norman.
Well, I agree with Mo. Kind of DEI shit kind of boys the fuck at me. So I'm off to bed. Catch you guys later. Have a good one. That's it.
Night, you twat.
That's it.
DE bye.
That's it. That's all you got.
It. That's all we got. Too tired.
He's got all the lights off, but his face is still visible. That's how pale that man is.
This rack is still lit, isn't it?
Oh, Norman, there's a ghost in your room.
It's Malty's background with the bright ass light on the screen.
I can make it dark. Hold on. Turn the TV brightness down to 0. There we go. You can't fucking see me anymore. Fantastic. Good night, everyone.
Come on, real quick.
I'm still in the camera though. You can.
We can still see you.
Yeah,
you are still there. You are luminescent, my man.
Netflix adaptation of Norman.
Hold on. There we go.
We need.
Does
We,
this count
you
as
need to get some
blackface?
teeth whitener.
Yeah, it's blackface.
Looking good, Norm.
Thanks.
Moxie Dame is going to be having her stream. She is having the dualies on tonight, and they go live in about 15 minutes. I dropped the link and pinned it in the chat, so if you guys could go over there.
Yes, I made it.
As stated by the dualies earlier, you can watch dualies body type A and body type B.
Is this body type C?
Oh,
that's something.
Oh.
More on
But
the
yes, thank you everybody for stopping by and donating, and thank you for coming over from Leon's stream. And definitely pay it forward by heading over to Moxie Dame. But I will see everybody on Wednesday. Wave goodbye, Grogu.
Our heart goes out to you.
Bye.
Our heart goes out to you.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't see! I can't see! Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.